Well, greetings, Blade fans. OG Blade with you once again. OG Blade Reviews, that's me. And many a new knife crossing my table these days, thanks to the folks at Tenable. What the heck is Tenable? That's Kansept's budget line, brandy new. Just a few months into production and activity, whatnot, as far as I know. The Kansept folks reached out and asked me if I wanted to review some Tenable knives. And it is their, again, budget line, as is VV and Sencut for WE. And what have we got for Artisan? We've got CJRB, etc., etc. So Tenable, that's a name you want to know, that is associated with Kansept. And there we have what we're going to take a look at today. A design by none other than Dirk Pinkerton, the venerable tactical knife designer and custom maker. This is what you get with Tenable knives. Kind of tells you a little bit about who they are. Not going to get too into it. There's some QR codes. And this is about a $57 knife. I just looked it up. I'll give you the links to where you can purchase it, both at Tenable.com and I think it's TenableKnives.com, but you'll get the link. And you can probably get this at a White Mountain, I think. It's been out for about a month maybe. So this is the Anomaly. I'm going to show you an interesting compare before we're done. No jimping here, smooth, but if you dig in, you can certainly open it with ease. It's a flipper only. And I chose to have the JG10 version sent to me. You can see there's some weight relieving inside there. So were we to shine a light through it like this, I don't need to work very hard to show you that they have weight relieved the liners on this guy. So it's fairly light, and we'll weigh it up and all of that. Two versions of this, kind of a utility drop point, maybe not a drop point because they all have straight backs, but the Tanto version with the compound grind and one with a rounded belly and a single grind. It is a flat grind, and this is a Nitro-V, a decent steel you're getting for only $55, $57. If you do buy it at White Mountain, and I'll see if the links are available for White Mountain, you can get 10% off by using my discount code OG-Blade. Nice action, smooth on bearings for a lightweight knife. It's just about dropped shut. Not by the weight of the blade alone, but a little wrist flick action there. We got a deep carry clip with, unfortunately, I guess I could say unfortunately, button head screws. So they're not flat, and you cannot transfer it to the left side. I know they need to save some bucks here and there for you, but it would be nice if they could give you a switchable clip. I know Civivi does it. Sencut does it pretty much. I'm sure there are some exceptions. There's a Fuller, strictly for aesthetics, or aesthetics, as some reviewers like to call it. But it's a smooth carry. G10 is nice and textured and on the grippy side, but not excessively so. And what are the dimensions? Specifications. So 7 1/4 exactly to the lower point of the pommel. 3 inches, I think they're calling it like 3.15 inches to the handle. Cutting edge, just a little longer than that. Well, we'll still call it like a 3.15 to the cutting edge, I would say. And other dimensions, in inches, handle thickness only 0.45, blade thickness 0.11, and that is in millimeters 2.9. Weight. Until you see the weight. And we've got how many ounces? 3 ounces. I'm going to let 3 even, 3.02. And as I say, it's a snappy knife. My only complaint would be too smooth. Dig in and no problems. Not with a lot of force. Can I fail it? No. Nice detent. Clip looks good aside from the screws, as I said. You know, they could have inletted it at least, or at least given us flat-headed screws. It doesn't matter that the clip rides on the surface necessarily and is not milled into the handle, but you know, any little bumps we can avoid are nice depending upon how thick your pants pocket is to hold all that money for spending on your knives, by the way. Smooth though, nice smooth clip. These folded steel clips are generally pretty easy getting in and out of the pocket. And I do like the action on it. How about blade to handle ratio? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I don't think they could have stuffed more in there. There you go. Centering is also quite perfect. Plunge grind and all that stuff looks to be about normal for Kansept Tenable. A little bit of very slight rounding there at the heel of that blade. And, you know, you're always going to have to work your way around the flipper tab on knives that have them, or even the handle. But it is, the edge is raised up a bit from there. You may or may not see that as an issue, depending upon what you're cutting, what your cutting surface is like. Are you prepping food on a cutting board and so forth? If you do, you know that that's going to hit and you don't have that much contact with the blade on the cutting surface. Of course, you know, you could come up to the edge of the cutting board and do it that way. There's a lot of workarounds. I mean, knives don't work automatically for us. We've got to use the knife. So it's really in your technique, right? Like martial arts techniques, you know, this special technique, that special technique. You got to train, you got to practice. And pretty much whatever you use that you're well practiced at can work for you, knives included. The one I wanted to show you is also called the Anomaly. And this was sent to me over a year ago by Pinkerton, the designer. And this is the Kansept Anomaly. So this Kansept Anomaly is still being made for about $155. So we've got a $100 price difference between the budget model and the titanium S35VN model. And this was a prototype, is how he sent it to me, before they started making them. This too lacks the jimping. Now, that may be an asset in that you've got a muted jumper tab. You got a muted tab, flipper tab, and maybe you don't want it accidentally deploying, I don't know, or rubbing on your pocket or what have you. But I think a few little jimps around there would have made a difference. However, being a prototype, it could be, and I haven't looked at the recent pictures of this version from Kansept, whether or not they added jimping. But look what we've got. Essentially the same knife. It almost looks as though, be interesting to see here, that right in this region here, I'm getting, I don't know the best way to show this. There you go. Right at the secondary grind, 18.4 millimeters. And if I grab this one, same spot, well, yeah, I mean, I'm probably slightly off. it looked to me as though the profile was different. Could just be my eyes. We got a little more of a belly on the prototype Kansept, a little straighter edge here. It does look like they did some very minor fidgeting with it, with the design there. Slightly different. Yeah, more of a belly. That's what I'm seeing. And a little more of a flat on the Tanto, on the Tenable, a little less there. And the blades are the same height. I thought they were a little different. Handle's identical, except we've got some chamfering around the edge here of the whole knife, and we have just flat on the Tenable. Otherwise, pretty close. Pretty close. Of course, a titanium clip on the titanium handled knife. And whole different kind of a clip arrangement, of course, and not deep carry really. Close to it. And it is a frame lock. I thought that was interesting. And I did check just prior to this video. This is still being made under the Kansept moniker. 155-ish, 157 at the Kansept website, and 57 for this one. So they added exactly $100 to get your S35VN, your titanium, your frame lock, titanium clip, etc. How does it measure up against a big knife? Well, here is my MSI, pretty regular carry. And we've got quite a bit longer knife. It's looking like it's 2 inches longer. And the blade is an inch longer, as we would expect. And that's the Ramlock model. I think that's the only model. It's the Ramlock model. See if we can back out just a little bit. Okay. So nice little fidgety knife. As I said, jimping there would have made it perfect, but probably still usable for you should you want to pick up a nice, lightweight, budget knife. The Anomaly from Tenable. Check it out. I'll leave you links. This is OG Blade Reviews signing off. Take care.